What's going on, guys? It's Rupri here. Bitcoin is making a comeback. It's back in the big league. It's not messing around, and it's got a nail to pick from every person who doubted its resurrection. Me. Well, it looks like it's born again, and you know what? This is exciting news, not just for me, but for the whole world. This is exciting for everybody. But I want to know one thing, and this question I'm going to answer on this video as well. Can Bitcoin continue this momentum and go into that golden number of $100,000? Can it hit that mark in 2024? Let me answer that question for you in this video. But before I go on, guys, if you could take 1 second out of your time to hit one click on your mouse on the subscribe button, it would really make my day. So I'm gonna cut through the chase instead of playing games and putting you through loops. The answer to that question is a yes. It can. It's completely possible for it to hit 100,000. And let me explain why I'm saying yes to that question. So it all boils down to the fundamentals of supply and demand. So by going into some basic math, I'll explain to you guys why it's not just a possibility, but it's a certainty that Bitcoin is going to hit that 100,000 mark. So here's the thing about Bitcoin. Out of all the assets, you cannot hold it. It's not physical. However, its price is still governed by supply and demand. And here's the thing. Bitcoin also stands out because Bitcoin's future shortage is a certainty. That process is called halving. Let me make this more clear. It's halving. That's how you say it. That's how Google says it. But there's an L in the middle, so I'm just going to say halving. So the halving system is embedded in the Bitcoin's code. What that means is after every 210,000 blocks, Bitcoin's inflation rate is cut in half. So those 210,000 blocks are roughly taking around 4 years to complete. So it's 4 years between every halving cycle. And that whole process is going to continue on until the last Bitcoin is mined in the year 2140. That's like more than 100 years from now. So there's so many more Bitcoins that are going to be in the market. It's crazy. And interestingly enough, guys, we're actually on the cusp of having a halving event. That's weird, having a halving. But we are having a halving event in 2024 in April. So this means that the inflation rate is going to be cut from 1.75% to 0.85% right after that halving event. So this means that 656,250 new Bitcoins are going to be produced in that time period of 4 years after this halving event in April. And that 656,000 Bitcoin mark is actually half of what was produced in the previous 4 years. I hope that makes sense. If you don't, just replay the video back. So here's the thing. Historically, halvings have been a catalyst for price increases for Bitcoin, by Bitcoin's value increasing by 125% after every halving event. So if this trend continues, we're looking at a price of $100,000 just by the end of the year in 2024, which is insanity. But there is more to the story here. The supply of Bitcoin exchange is at its lowest since early 2018, with only 2.3 million Bitcoins readily available. Now, this is significant because it means for the first time in Bitcoin's history, there will be fewer coins available on the market post-halving than before. This shift is primarily due to demand outpacing supply, which is obviously a trend that began in 2020 thanks to COVID. So with the halving event happening this year and the low level of supply, we're not just looking at 100,000 increase, we're looking at more than 100,000 increase, and who knows what that number may be. So the shortage on available coins is obviously going to put more pressure on the price to go even higher. Guys, 150, 200, that might be a reality for Bitcoin very, very soon. But guys, I want to stop you right there before you get too excited about the price of Bitcoin going sky high and you buying Bitcoins. Historical data is not always indicative of future results. While the halving event and the low level of supplies does indicate a bullish scenario for Bitcoin, guys, if Bitcoin is anything, it's unpredictable. It's unpredictable and it's very, very volatile. So the sole fact of it being volatile, of it being very, very unpredictable, may be the sole reason why it ends up hitting 100,000 or even more. Or it may even go down to the floor. You got to do your research, you got to do your due diligence and make your financial decisions with patience and responsibility. That was it for me, guys. Let me know if you have any predictions for Bitcoin. What do you think is going to happen in 2024? Do you agree with me? Do you not? Put it down in the comments. Of course, if you like the video, like, subscribe. I love it if you guys would. just make my day today. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Have a great day.